good morning to all of us. I'm Soplanit, and I'm from Kristen Rehoboth High School. And today, I present to you a speech with the title of Locals Sounds Good. Exporting, something I'm pretty sure all of us is familiar with. But for those who don't know what exporting is when a country produces a thing or a service, but since there's too much of that thing and service in their country, it's cheap. So the country decides to sell it to other country who needs it. By that way, the country that sold it can sell it in a higher prices, and the other country who needs it has no other choice but to buy it since they don't have the thing or the service. So it's basically you're selling things from your country to other countries. It is very important to do exporting and importing to other countries because it's very important to build relationship between countries, and it's also very important to learn to grow your technology while grow events along with the time. For example, Indonesia can produce the most and the best quality of crude oil, but sadly, Indonesia doesn't have the technology to process that crude oil into a usable finished oil. That's why Indonesia has no other choices but to sell it to other country who needs it and can also process it so it became a usable finished oil. But now we're talking about the local goods in Indonesia. If you look at the map, you can see that Indonesia is a very large country which consists of many islands. That's why Indonesia is called the largest archipelago country. And because of that many scattered islands, each places and region has different geographical condition and resources. For example, in Java there are many high grounds and many mountains and active volcanoes. That's why Java can plant and make and produce lots of teas and rice since they grow in high places. Meanwhile, in Maluku, they have lots of wide seas and bays. That's why they can fish and catch lots of creatures, sea creatures. And as we know, some countries doesn't have these resources. For example, there are countries that doesn't have sea, so they have to buy sea products from other places so they can fulfill their sea needs. They can buy it from Indonesia, for example, from Maluku. They can buy our fishes and we can sell it to a slightly higher price so we can also get some advantage. And why should we do it there? Why should we export our local products to other countries? By doing that, we can make our economy grow very well, and we can also sell them to higher prices, which means we can get more money, which means we can, well, as I said, make our economic grow well, and we can also increase our foreign countries foreign exchange. And these days, the government has even provide a facility so that not just the big companies that can export and import things, but also the lower class entrepreneur can also use the facility to export their local stuff into other countries. But why should we there? Why should we focus in exporting the local goods? Well, you see, a country exporting activities are very important for its economic growth. So the higher the export and the higher the exporting activity is, the better the investment of and economic growth of the country. And exporting and importing activities certainly have a positive impact on the economic growth of a country. The benefits of exporting, some are if you can open more markets abroad as a expansion of the domestic brands. You can get more investment in your country, and you can increase the country's foreign exchange. And by doing this, we can also build a close relationship with lots of countries, and we can make our nation proud by selling our nation product into other countries, and we can make our nation more famous. So the government should really start focusing on these things more. because in these days the government doesn't really focus on um, opening and make the exporting market on Indonesia stronger. So I think they should really focus on